Hello children. Today we are going to start with a new chapter of English literature, A Rare Species of Uncle by Whitaker. Before we begin, let us know something about the author of this story. Whitaker is a native of Mumbai, India and the wife of noted conservationist Rome Whitaker. Whitaker is principal of the Outreach School in Bangalore, where she dedicates her efforts to providing an education to the children growing up in nearby rural areas. Her books include for children, which include Cobra in My Kitchen, stories, poems, and prose pieces, Ant-Man's Boy, and Kali and the Rat Snake. This story is about a famous ornithologist, Salim Ali. Before we begin with the explanation of this chapter, let us learn about few other bird watchers or ornithologists. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali was an Indian ornithologist and naturalist. Sometimes referred to as the bird man of India, Salim Ali was the first Indian to conduct systematic bird surveys across India and wrote several bird books that popularized ornithology in India. Next is Bikram Grewal. He is an ornithologist, author, bird watcher, and conservationist from Delhi, India, who has written several guides to Indian birds. His father was a senior civil servant in the Indian government. K. Neelakantan, better known by his pen name Induchudan, was a leading Indian ornithologist. He is widely regarded as a pioneer of the environmental movement in Kerala for popularizing bird study through his books written in Malayalam. Now let's begin the explanation of the story by watching an animated video.
A Rare Species of Uncle, adapted from Salim Ali for Schools by Whitaker. Salim Bhai was my Mamu, my grandmother Kamu's brother. My parents are both nature lovers, and my father, Zafar Futeh Ali, became interested in birds through Salim Mamu. My mother, Laik, wrote a book with Salim Mamu called Common Indian Birds, which is still followed by aspiring bird watchers. When my brother, sister, and I were growing up, many discussions about nature and the environment took place around our beautiful old dining table. Those days, I greatly envied my school friends because they could sleep as late as they liked on weekends. We, on the other hand, were woken up at 5:30 a.m. to go bird watching at Boriwali Park, which is now a national park. Sometimes Salim Mamu would come along too. Salim Mamu definitely had some secret bird finding talent. He could see what no one else saw, hear what no one else heard. He could walk more miles than others much younger than he. Even when he was old, he could climb up a shaky ladder to peer into a bird's nest. As children, my sister and I often went to stay with our Nani and Nana. During our stays, we always hoped that Salim Mamu would be away. We loved to play with our cousins, and Mamu did not like noise when he was working. But we, on the other hand, had to put up with the noise of his typewriter at 5 in the morning. Clack, clack, clack. When I see his book of Indian birds, I still grumble to myself. It really robbed us of our sleep. Salim Mamu certainly used to scold us, but he loved young people. There was always laughter when he was around, and his was the loudest and most croaky. Because of him, many people in our family also became interested in natural history and conservation. I have fond memories of Salim Mamu, binoculars round his neck, surrounded by little bird watchers, mouths open, staring into space. But most of all, I remember the joy on his face when he was looking at a bird, even the commonest drongo or a bee eater. Bird watching was his life.
Now let us discuss the character web and sketch of Salim Ali. Now, the writer of the story has provided us with two perspectives of Salim Ali. First, as a member of the family, and second, as the world famous ornithologist. Now, as a member of, of the family, he was irritable because when he used to work, the noise of the children playing disturbed him. So he get irritated because of that. But on the other hand, he was fond of the children and he had fun with them. He was disturbing because he disturbed the children's early morning sleep, either by taking them bird watching or with the clatter of his typewriter as he worked. Next character web of Salim Ali is as an ornithologist. He was a bird lover. He displayed innate love for birds and induced a similar interest in members of the family and other people around him. He was talented because he displayed extraordinary bird finding talent. And he was always ecstatic. He was always overjoyed at finding a bird, a rare bird or a common bird. I hope you all enjoyed this chapter. Thank you so much.